Good morning everyone, it is Tuesday the 4th of December. I have just showered and I need to get ready to go to my CBT class today, which I do every Tuesday recently. If you haven't seen my videos before and this is your first time watching me, then this is my fourth, is it my fourth week? Maybe it's my fifth week. I can't quite remember. I think we'll see when we get there because normally on the PowerPoint that they give us, it says what week it is. Actually, I feel like it might be the fifth week. Oh! My fish tank bubbles have just come on. I've got them on a timer. I turned them off overnight because they keep me awake, and they've just turned on. So yeah, this is either week 4 or week 5 of CBT, and if you want to know what we've been doing up until now, then I would definitely recommend going back and watching my other videos. Before this week, they are all inside my weekly vlogs. So yeah, go check them out and then come and watch this. So yeah, I'm about to do my skincare and makeup, and I'm gonna catch up to my watch later list on YouTube because it's getting pretty long, especially with all the Vlogmas videos, and I like that because I hate when I run out of videos and then I feel like I haven't got anything to watch, because I don't really watch that much telly by myself. I tend to just watch YouTube, so that's going to be my morning.
It's the beginning of Vlogmas and I slept in. The postman just came.
Let's do the advent calendar. Where's number 4? There it is. Yes, 12. Oh. Need a drink really badly, my throat is killing me. Hi everyone, so I'm back at my car now after CBT. I am still in town, but I'm a little bit out of breath because I had to power walk to get back to my car. I had convinced myself that I was going to be late for my parking ticket, but actually I'm fine. I've got like a good 10-15 minutes to go yet. Oh god, I need to not drink Coke. So CBT was good. When I get home and sit down, I'll properly talk about it. And I also nipped a Waitrose because I needed something for tea. So I ended up getting this tomato and red pepper soup with Yorkshire Wensleydale cheese. I thought it sounded delicious. And I've never tried these kind of tub soups before. Normally I would get like Heinz soup. And actually I'm not really a big soup eater. I'm not a big soup eater. But it's freezing today and I thought this looked really comforting. So I got that. And I just got some nice little like bread rolls to eat with it, and I bought my nana some all butter scones because she quite enjoys scones, and I thought, oh, I'll get her like a nice little treat to go home with. So yeah, I'm gonna head home now, whack some Christmas songs on, and I will talk to you about CBT as soon as I get home. Let's get me Christmas playlist on. Oh my god, this is a song from like Olaf's Frozen Adventure and I love it. As we bring in the season, can always count on a good Disney song. Love it. Oh my god, I'm so cold. Is my heating even on? My heating's not even on. Oh my god. No wonder. Baby, it's cold outside. This song's a bit rapey really, isn't it?
The answer is no.
Baby, she said no. That's called coercion, guys. I was not blessed with a good singing voice. Classic Christmas song. I just got really spitty there when I said classic. I was like, classic. Love a bit of the darkness. I don't even know the words. Christmas time. That's literally the only word I know. Christmas time. This song always comes on when me and Eric go ice skating. Don't know the words to this either. God, I fucking suck at this. Oh. I love this song. This is one of my favourites. So here it is, Merry Christmas, everybody's having just walk out on the road. Great, thanks. Got some washing to put away. Sometimes I don't know my own strength. I can go in the bin. So I'm back from CBT now, and I thought I would talk about it like I have been every single week now, and some people have been kind of following my CBT journey, so I thought I might as well still do it even though I'm doing Vlogmas, because either way it's still content, I think it's still very interesting. And yeah, so let's talk about CBT today. I was right this morning. I wasn't quite sure if it was week 4 or week 5, but yeah, it's definitely week 5. So today we were talking about ruminating behaviours, thoughts, and how they impact on depression. So I'm looking at the notes I've been making on the PowerPoint that they gave us, and it just kind of helps me take it in as well, which is why I quite like talking about it every week. We thought about thinking as a behaviour and how our thinking can impact on how we feel, and what is a helpful way of thinking or thought process and what is an unhelpful thought process. We discussed how the way we think can act as like a barrier to improving our depression or feeling better or making changes and doing things. Some of the things that they mentioned today were things like worrying, like what if, worst case scenarios, what if this happens, what am I going to do if this happens, that sort of thing. Being self-critical was another thought process. So I'm a failure, no one likes me, that kind of thing, like just judging yourself, kind of. Another one was negative predictions, so this is only going to end badly, I can't do this, and that sort of thing. Rumination, so constantly going, why me, why is this happening, why am I doing this, why can't I fix this, and just going over and over with like why questions. And obviously suicidal thoughts can be like a thought process that really impact on how we feel and what we do. So there were 2 of these, well, there were 3 of these that really stuck out to me and I know directly affect me, and that was definitely worrying. I am a massive worrier. I over exaggerate everything. I always think of a worst case scenario, and yeah, that really impacts me. That gives me great anxiety. It makes me feel like shit. The other one was being self-critical. I always criticize myself, and I think that's something that's come from my childhood and from like past trauma. So I always criticize the things I'm doing, why I do certain things. I always worry that they don't like me, no one likes me. As soon as it said no one likes me on the street, I was like, that is me. I always feel like no one likes me. I always feel like I've got no friends. I always feel like everyone kind of has some kind of ulterior motive to talk to me or want to be my friend, not because they actually just want to be a friend to me. And the other one that definitely resonated with me was the rumination, the whole why this, why are they doing this, why is this person saying this, why do people not like me, why am I doing this? And I definitely like go round and round and round in my head, spiral out of control, and then by the end of it I feel miserable. And so the way they kind of described it was, think of it as you've got a pile of dirty washing and your washing machine is broken. You're going to put that dirty washing in the washing machine, it's going to spin around all over the place, and then it's going to come back out dirty again. And that's kind of what these faulty thinking processes are like. You've got these negative thoughts, these unhelpful thoughts, they go round and round and round in your head, and then they come out the same. You haven't really got any answers, you haven't got any kind of action plan of what you're going to do and how you're going to make it better, because you're never really going to get the answers to those questions. So they asked us to think about what some of our triggers might be, what causes us to think in that way, what kind of like starts it off. We could look back on our like weekly log that we've been keeping each week of what we've been doing and how we felt, and we were able to see what kind of maybe triggers this kind of thought process. I mean, definitely I resonated with a few of them, and I've been able to identify my triggers. I'm not gonna like go through them in depth on this because they are quite personal, but one of them I will talk about is boredom. As soon as I'm not doing something productive, my mind goes straight to, I'm not achieving what I want to achieve, I'm not doing the things that I want to be doing, I'm not doing as well as other people are doing. And yeah, that's one of the things that I can think of that I do. And we need to think about to a more realistic thought process. Like if you want to think of, well, anything really. When you want to like have a question, you normally weigh things up, you think of pros and cons, you come up with a solution or a plan to it. But with these rumination thoughts, that doesn't happen. One of the things they recommended was to stop asking why questions, because they are not helpful. Start saying, how is this making me feel, and what am I going to do about it that will make me feel better and that will be helpful for me. So yeah, I found that really useful. I really liked when they said that, because for me that just kind of clicked, and it helped a lot. We don't need to challenge every single unhelpful thought. Sometimes we just don't need to engage with them at all. Sometimes we just don't need to encourage it at all, just not think about it, which I know is easier said than done, but not every question needs an answer. And I thought that, I don't know, like saying this back now, it seems like so much common sense, but when you're spiraling like this, you just don't think of these things. So the point of today was to recognize when we are ruminating and spiraling, when these unhelpful thoughts kind of start to go round and round, and start to think of an alternative way around it. Similar to the whole ABC, trigger, behaviour and consequence thing, but with thinking and thought processes. So it's been super interesting today. So here's a little example here that they've put in. I'm going to leave that there for you to pause it and read it if you want, but that's just an example of like the ABC of rumination. Another thing I kind of, I guess, had an epiphany of today, which I guess I already knew, but I just kept pushing it down or didn't want to think about it. I often hold, I guess now I realise, but they are very unrealistic expectations and views for other people. And I can control what I do, I can control what I think and what I feel, but I can't control what other people do and what other people think and how other people act. And one of my big triggers is when someone, how do I word this? I don't want to give away like too much because it involves other people in my life. But when someone does something that kind of negatively impacts me, it's more about what I do after that. What am I going to do to make myself feel better? And what am I going to do to stop this from impacting me in such a negative way, rather than thinking, why is this person like this? Why does this person not care? Why is this person unpleasant? Why is this person not being nice? At the end of the day, I am never going to get answers to those questions. We never have control over other people, and there's nothing we can do about that. And there's no point ruminating over it. And at the end of the day, most people are shit. Most people are selfish. Most people do things for themselves, and most people are human beings and make mistakes. And there is not a single thing I can do about that. I can just focus on myself, my own well-being and my own thoughts and feelings. So instead of sitting here and thinking, why is this happening to me? Why does this person not care about me? And quite often I kind of compare people to what I think and feel, and they may not have the same values as me. It may be like, I don't know, sometimes I'm kind of like, why does this person not care the way that I care? Why is this person, like, often I'll be like, why is this person not thinking the things that I'm thinking? And I need to stop comparing people to what I think and feel, because everyone has different values and things that they think are important to them. And that's true as well. And I kind of already knew this, but I guess I just didn't really want to admit that I can't make other people care the way that I care. I can't make other people like me. I can't make other people want to be around me. I can't make other people want to spend time with me. And all I can do is just focus on making myself happy and being around the people that clearly show that they want to be around me and clearly show that they care about me. So instead of sitting here and going, why, and holding other people to unrealistic high expectations based off of my values and feelings, I need to be thinking, okay, this happened, how is this making me feel? What can I do to improve how I feel? And what can I do to improve it from next time? Sometimes that can be because sometimes you can't just like cut everyone out of your life. Sometimes you can, but not all the time. So sometimes the person who's affecting you is someone who has to be in your life for whatever reason. So what can you do after interacting with that person to make yourself feel better? Is there any kind of topics and conversations you can avoid with that person? Is there anything you can do maybe is to distract yourself from ruminating after interacting with this person? Yeah, things like that. I hope I'm making enough sense. I feel like I've been talking, yeah, I've been talking for 15 minutes. So I'm gonna have to really cut this down. So yeah, so it's kind of like the trap or track that we did last week, but this time with thinking. So what is a trap? What is a trigger that causes this ruminating thought process? And how do you think, and then how do you behave afterwards? Instead of going down this trap of it makes you feel bad, it makes you feel depressed, it makes you feel sad, it makes you feel like shit basically, what can you do after this trigger? Or is there a way to avoid this trigger as well? Sometimes that's a good thing as well. But yeah, what can you do instead of going down this trap of ruminating and unhelpful thoughts? What can you do instead of that? So we thought about how this would work for us individually based off of the things we've discussed in previous sessions and how we've been tracking our mood and our activities in our like daily log. And yeah, I've definitely come up with some things for me personally. I'm not going to say these out loud because it does involve other people that I know, whether they're close or not. Not everyone that is a trigger for me is very close to me, but there are people that I sometimes have to interact with and I don't have a choice in that. But yeah, it was super interesting. I kind of want to say I enjoyed this week. It's not that I enjoy it, it's more that I'm actually finding it really useful and really helpful. And I guess some of the things that I kind of already knew but didn't want to admit, or I didn't know enough about, are kind of clicking, and I'm like, I do this and now I know what I can do to improve it. So yeah, that was this week at CBT. Unfortunately next week it's not on, they're having a week break, but it will be on the following week and I will still be vlogging it, of course. So for the rest of the night now, as you can see, it's starting to get dark. It's about 4 PM and I think I've got enough footage for today. And I have had a busy day today, so I am going to reward myself tonight and play some games. Maybe when Eric gets home from work, I will play some World of Warcraft with him as well. So that's it for today's Vlogmas. If you liked it, please leave a like down below. Subscribe to see more like this. Leave a comment and let me know if you have any kind of unhelpful thought processes. Maybe you ruminate, maybe you're self-critical. And tell me what you do to try and prevent yourself from getting into that little spiral. And I will see you in tomorrow's video. Bye!